Here's another example. Pria just graduated from a liberal arts college and acquired a job as a sociologist. Her yearly salary is $34,500. If the federal tax rate is 15%, the Social Security is 6.2%, Medicare is 1.45%, and state taxes are 4.62%. Calculate the following. What will Pria pay in a year for taxes? And something we can do with the percents is just add them all up, because if we have 15% and we have 6.2%, 1.45%, and 4.62%, they are all taken of the same $34,500. And so I can add up all the percents together and take them one time instead of calculating each one and then adding at the end. So I'm going to do that because I feel like it's easier. So I take 15 plus 6.2 plus 1.45 plus 4.62, and I get 27.27. And so that's the percent that I need to take to find her yearly taxes. So I need to do 27.27% of that amount of money that she makes in a year, $34,500. And what do we get? So remember, the of means times, and I can just, since I have the 27.27 already sitting on my calculator, it's easy enough to just turn it to a percent. And when it's sitting there and I type something else, the calculator automatically takes the last number that I was using and uses it with the operation that I put in. So for this one, it shows answer, which means it's going to take that last number that was showing, or the 27.27, and turn it into a percent. And there it is with the percent sign. And then we just have to multiply by $34,500 equals, and there we get 9408.15, and it's already rounded to the nearest hundredth, which is perfect because it's pennies, and that's all the further we need to go. So number one, the answer will be, her yearly taxes will be $9,408.15. And then her monthly take-home pay. So take-home pay is what you have after your taxes. It's the same thing as your net pay. So what we want to do is find her total salary, $34,500, take away the amount of the taxes, and what we're left with will be her take-home pay. Now I want to show you something sneaky on the calculator. I already have her tax amount sitting right there. So what I want to do is take the $34,500 minus this tax amount, and I can do that using that answer button. And so what I'll do is type in the $34,500, and then I want to subtract. And here's where I want the previous answer, so I can do second on this calculator. See it right there, the ANS. So I push that, and it'll say $34,500 minus the answer that you just calculated, which for us was the 9408.15. And then I push equals, and I get her take-home pay amount. And that is $25,091.85. So there is her take-home pay. Priya's take-home pay. Okay, and just a note to you, as I'm working on a problem, I'm showing all the work that I'm doing so that if the teacher, for example, Mrs. Brown, comes back and tries to see what was this student thinking, did they really understand what they're doing, did they make a small mistake, or is it a major concept they have no idea what to do on this problem, So if you show me your work, I have a much easier time helping you, and it doesn't waste my time either. So I really appreciate it when you show all your work and make it really clear so that I can read it and I know what you were thinking. So it's really great. I found her take-home pay, but this is her yearly take-home pay. And we wanted her monthly take-home pay. So if her yearly take-home pay was $25,000 and some extra, then I would need to divide that up into 12 separate months and see what she would make each month. So I take this amount, the $25,091.85, and divide by the 12 months in a year. And it's already sitting on my calculator, as we can see, the 2591.85. So we'll just say divided by and see how it shows me that ANS again. It's taking the answer that I just had sitting on the calculator, and I will divide it by, and I type in the 12 now, and the equals, and there is my monthly take-home pay for Pria. So it's $2,090.98.75, but I want to round to the nearest cent, which is this 8 that I'm showing you. So I look at the next digit, which is a 7, and that's going to cause me to bump that 8 up to a 9. So what I'll put is $2,090.99 instead of 98 because of that following 7 that made me bump that 8 up to a 9. So $2,090.99 is Priya's monthly take-home pay.